Hello and welcome to one more English lesson, right? We are gonna move on our science class, okay, as you always know. And and how about you? Are you good? How are you feeling today? I hope, yeah, my wish is that you are having a very good day. So let's go on. My name is Marcelo, and as you know, yeah, we're gonna go on science lesson. You can see a little bit here on my screen, right, that we have the material for today. So please, if you have your science book, go to page 70, okay? And we're gonna move on gravity. So of course, follow me, enjoy the lesson, and let's go. Let's see you. This is the page, right, on 70, and then we begin here actually, right, on gravity thing. So of course, try your best, focus on, right. Do all you can to work on that thing. Let's go on. So on gravity. You've learned about two forces with fancy names on the last page. Now, here's another one for you to learn. Gravity. Okay, so I'm gonna give you just some information about the vocabulary that we see here in this page. Okay, for example, the first one, we have the word fancy. Okay, fancy names are like, how can I say? The best way to explain that, it's a name that is a little bit complicated, a little, okay, just a little bit complicated. Like you go like this for, okay, so if I have fancy names, yeah, if some material, something that I have, if I say that each has a fancy name, each means that that name is like, like very sophisticated, yeah, a little bit complicated. It's not a normal, it's not a regular name that we usually listen, on the streets, like on our regular life, yeah, on our regular daily basis, right? So this is the meaning of fancy, something like not really regular, not really common, okay? And then of course fancy name, which means that maybe normally they are a little bit difficult to memorize, but it's a good thing, it's not a negative, okay? This word fancy doesn't have a negative meaning, but also some, which means that, wow, it's interesting, okay? So let's go on, let's get it back, okay? So of course, the one here, yeah, the word of the day is gravity. I think you know that, right? But let's see what is that. Gravity pulls objects towards the center of the earth. Pulls, yeah, it puts a force, yeah, moving it like in direction, yeah, and the direction of our planet, our earth, okay, on go down. So we have here this picture on, and we have some information here. So let's begin on number one. Gravity pulls you down, whether you are in the air, in the water, or standing on the ground. It doesn't matter if you are in the water, in the air, on the ground. Gravity, it's a force that will pulls you down, will force you down, okay, in the direction of, of the earth. And example, and then we have this, yeah, this little bird here that he's saying something. Let's see, what is he saying here? It's closer. I hope she appreciates the gravity of the situation. Yeah. I mean, of course, yeah, because here she's walking, yeah, as we can see, and then there is nothing, there is no ground here, so it's dangerous. So I hope she appreciates the gravity of the situation. I hope that she knows that it's a very dangerous situation, right? So this is the joke here. Anyway, so and then going to the next part, we have the second example here. What goes up must come down, for sure, yeah. If we throw something up, the gravity itself will force it to make it back, right? This is natural, yeah. Everything works this way. Everything works like this, okay? If you throw, yeah, if something goes up, it will come back, okay, because of the gravity. That's the reason. Like here, yeah, we have this person's leg, yeah, foot, kicking a ball, yeah, a football, and then of course it will go up. Firstly, because of the force, yeah, like the force that he put on it, but also, after a few seconds, it will come down again, okay, because of the gravity, right? And going down a little bit here, we have this number two, unsupported objects fall towards the Earth because the force of gravity is acting between the object and the Earth, okay, unsupported. Again, we can use this example here, right? Okay, unsupported means nothing to support. You just kick the ball, yeah, the ball has nothing holding it, right? So, for example, imagine I have a ball in my hand and then I threw it up. So there is no support, no, there is nobody holding the ball. There is nothing holding the ball. So of course it will go up and then it comes down, yeah, because it's just an object that it's moving by itself. Okay, so for sure, like automatically, okay, it will come back. Got it? So that is the meaning. Unsupported, que não tem suporte, que não tem nada ali segurando, prendendo ou forçando nela, ou um objeto que está ali livre no ar. Okay? Are you getting that? I hope so. So let's get back. And number 3, right? We have this thing here, okay? So the size of the gravitational force, yeah, is pretty much the same all over the Earth. I mean, the force, the size of the gravitational force, what is this? Is it a big force? Is it small? I mean, it's pretty much the same. I mean, it's equal in all over the Earth, okay? And doesn't matter where you are on Earth, the force, it's kind of the same, okay? You would have to be a very, very long way from the Earth, before you no longer felt the effect of its gravitational pull, okay? So what he meant here, what does that mean? You would have to be a very, very long way. I mean, the distance, yeah, you would have to be very far from Earth. Are you getting that? So let me give you some explanation about that. Okay, so supposing this is the planet Earth, right? So if you are in the planet, if you are here, doesn't matter where you are in the planet, okay? So of course, this gravitational force that is around the Earth will force you down, okay? But of course, if you, supposing that we are this span, yeah? This is human being. And if you are on Earth, of course, the force will push you down, right? I mean, will pull you down, sorry, yeah? But if you are away from Earth, if you are in outer space, outside of our planet, outside there is no gravity, okay? So, of course, you will not feel this force. Are you getting that? Você não vai sentir a força, porque fora do planet, there is no gravity. Não tem gravidade. A gravidade, né? Aquela força. You got it? Are you getting that? I hope so, okay? So this is the explanation of this part. So let's continue. Let's go on here. And of course, we have this beautiful picture here, right? Maybe. So free at last, which means that here in this outer space, in the outside of the planet, take a look, here's our planet. And do you know what is that? This is the moon, right? This is the moon, the little white one. And then we have the astronaut here and its spaceship, yeah? So because they are outside of our planet, so they don't feel the effect of gravity. Why? Because there is no gravity outside. So of course they can move, whatever they want, okay, without having this force on them, okay? So that's why when we go outside, we start floating, right? Like in the air, okay? So moving on. Are you getting that? Are you understanding? I hope so. And we have this number 4 here. Check it out that. We have this planet here, right? And there are some clouds raining, okay? And in all of the side, yeah? As we see here in the picture, yeah, like our planet is circle, right? There is this ball shape. So number 4, wherever you are on the Earth, things are pulled down towards the center of the Earth. That is why it always rains towards the center of the Earth, and why you can't fall off. Sure, right? We are walking here on the planet. Why we just don't go up here? Why we don't fall apart and we start floating? Because of the gravity. The gravity has its force that pulls us down, okay? So we will not fall apart, right? We will not fall, actually. Fall out, yeah? Fall off. Fall off, okay? And again, we have the clouds which are, in the sky, right? And we can see that, right? Every time that we remember when it's raining, so the water, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, right? Why the water comes down and not up? Because of the gravity. Its forces, will force the water, the drops of water, to come down here on Earth, and of course, so we see rain as it is. Are you getting? Are you understanding why? Everything comes to the Earth, like even the rain, even snow. So because of the gravity, right? So I hope you are getting. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. Okay, what I'm saying. Again, if you have questions, feel free to ask me, right? And about you, Miss Lohen, are you getting that? I hope so. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next part. Okay, and now we have this last one here. Gravity very down to Earth. So let's go. Remember that gravity pulls us towards the center of the Earth, So remember that gravity pulls us towards the center of the Earth. So it keeps us firmly stuck on the Earth's surface. Gravity is also the force that makes things fall. When an apple breaks off a tree or a cup is knocked off a table, gravity pulls them through the air towards the center of the Earth. Okay, so and I'm gonna give you the red words. So we have pulse, we have fall, and we have through the air. Okay, so let's go. And what is that? Pulse. What is the meaning of that in Portuguese? Do you know? É puxar, ok? Tudo que pull, você está puxando, ok? E push é interessante, right? Que pull é puxar. E we have the word push in English, but push é empurrar, é o oposto, ok? No problem? So let's go to the next part. And fall, fall, cair, ok? And through the air, através do ar. Through the air, através do ar. Teacher, o que eu tenho que fazer aqui nessa gravity very down to the earth? So you have to put that in Portuguese for me, everything, okay? So gravity very down to earth. So I'm gonna read one more time, Your homework is to put this in Portuguese, okay? PT here, Portuguese, everything, okay? And I'm gonna read it one more time, so listen to me and try to repeat, okay? As I read, repeat it, because I want you to have a very good pronunciation, okay? To understand that very well, okay? So follow me again. Gravity very down to earth. Remember that gravity pulls us towards the center of the earth, so it keeps us firmly stuck on the earth's surface. Gravity is also the force that makes things fall. When an apple breaks off a tree or a cup is knocked off a table, gravity pulls them through the air towards the center of the earth. Got? I guess no big deal, right? And if it's everything okay for you guys, let's go to the next part. Okay, now, as I told you before, let's go to the next part, to the second page of the day. Okay, I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna change there now, okay? So you can see me here. I'm gonna move my head here, and let's go. So the topic here, okay, as you guys can see, okay, it's levers, pulleys, and gears. Teacher, what is that? Okay, lever, pulleys, and gear. I'm gonna explain you, but first I'm gonna read the subheading, like simple mechanisms turn small forces into big effects. Simple mechanisms, simple things, can transform small forces, a little force into something big, And then that's what we're gonna see now, and that's why we have these names like levers, pulleys, and gears. I'm gonna show you what is that. I have pictures here, okay? So follow me. Okay, so this is the first one. This is what we call levers, okay? Lever is like this thing, We know the name of that in Portuguese. And you put something here, and it creates a force, in the other side. So this is these mechanisms here, okay? Mechanism here, it's levers, all right? Let's go to the next one. Okay, this is the second one, pulleys, okay? Pulleys, you know, right? There is a rope here, and then you push, right? So this second mechanism here is what we call pulleys. Okay, and then of course we're gonna learn why it, let me put here, why it is a kind of mechanism that turns small forces into big effects. Okay, so that's the second one. And let's go to the third one, to the last one, gears. Okay, and now the third one, this is gears. Okay, gears, yeah, is this thing here, yeah, this metal, yeah, circle with little, yeah, well, how can I say, gaps here, yeah, that when you put two together, yeah, it creates a force. Okay, so this is what we call gears. All right, so now we know levers, pulleys, and gears. So let's get back. So as far as we know, yeah, we got it. Yeah, we understood the meaning of that. So let's continue the reading and let's see if we can understand that. Okay, so mechanisms make it easier for us to do work, like moving or lifting heavy things. Moving, yeah, moving from one side to another, lifting it from from the ground to the air. That's the point. So let's get back here. Let's begin with levers. Yeah, teacher, I forgot what is lever. Again, I'm gonna circle here. This mechanism here is a lever. Okay, so let me move my head up and follow me. On levers. Number one, a lever is a simple mechanism made from a long pole and a pivot. Okay, sorry. Actually, let's listen to the native way to pronounce that. Okay, listen to that. Pivot, the way that I said, right? So and then of course, right, we have it here. If you look at the picture, we know that this is the pivot, right? And so we know what is that, and the pole as well, we got it. Okay, so let's continue. Number two, if you push with a small force on the long side of the lever, you produce a bigger force on the short side of it, right? And number three, so a person pushing down on the lever with a small force can lift a heavy object. So of course we have the picture here, yeah, that we can analyze. There is a heavy object here, which is a rock, and there is a small force here on this side, right? Okay, and the pivot in the middle, and there is this big effect, right? Because with a small force, you can move something in the on the other side, right? And this is a mechanism that helps you if you ever need to move, because if you try it, right? Think with me, right? If we try to move that only using our hands, it would be much, much more difficult. So is it clear? I hope so. So let's continue. And going down here a little bit more, yeah, we have the second part, which is the pulleys, yeah, the system that I showed you the picture before, right? So we have this one here. So let's read. What are the info that we have? Number one, a rope running through a wheel is called a pulley. Okay, teacher, what is a rope? This black thing here, right? Okay, and the wheel is this little thing here. Okay, and then this system pulley. And pulling on the rope lifts, yeah, makes it up, moves it up, lifts the heavy object on the other end. In the picture here, yeah, we have this metal heavy object, right? Okay, and number three, it's easier to lift the object by pulling down on the rope than by picking it up. Of course, if we use this mechanism, it makes it easier. Again, if we try it, yeah, as I was saying before, if we try to move these objects that we are studying here, you only using our hand, it would be much more difficult. Yeah, and depending on the object, we would not be able to do that. Okay, so of course we use this to help us to make life easier. Got it? And about you? Have you ever done that? Do you do that in your life to help you out? I don't know, maybe you have someone in your family, maybe your daddy, yeah, maybe an uncle, maybe some family member that work as a mechanic or works with heavy things. So ask it to them, like, do they do that? Okay, so it's a way for you to practice and to get new vocabulary, because if you ask, then you have to explain that to me, and then of course you do that, right? So moving on, and the next one, yeah, we have the gears here, right? Again, we have the picture of the gear here, as I told you before. So let's see. Number 1, gears are wheels with teeth that fit together, right? So of course, this is the gear, yeah, wheel, the circle, and the teeth is this small little things here. Can you see that? So we call it teeth for sure, right? So is everything okay up to here? Let's move on. Okay, so number 1, gears are wheels with teeth that fit together. Yeah, again, as I told you. Number 2, when one wheel is turned, the other wheel turns too. Okay, so when we move one, the other one will move together because they are connected, right? The teeth, they are put, between each other. And number 3, the two wheels turn in opposite directions. Wow, take a look at that. This is interesting. Listen to that again. The two wheels turn in opposite directions. Teacher, what is that? Please translate that for me to Portuguese. Okay, number 3 only, right? Number 4, if the wheels have different numbers of teeth, the second wheel will turn at different speed to the first one. Again, number 4 too. These two sentences, they are very, very important sentences, okay? So I'm gonna read these two sentences again, and I want you to translate 3 and 4 to Portuguese. All right, so listen with me. The two wheels turn in opposite directions, okay? If the wheels have different numbers of teeth, the second wheel will turn at a different speed to the first one. So these two sentences, please do that for me in Portuguese, okay? And then, of course, coming back to the picture here, right? This big one here. When you turn the big gear, the small gear will turn faster, right? So, and also here we are analyzing that the gears, they have different sizes, ok? Então, nós estamos analisando que eles têm diferente tamanho, né? Esses gears aqui, né? I forgot, how do we say that in Portuguese? Oh yeah, I got it. Engrenagem, né? Então, gear, na língua portuguesa, a gente chama isso de engrenagem. So, these are the 3, different mechanisms that we have studied today. So, we kind of get it, okay? No problem. So, let's continue our study. Let's go on. And then, if here down, in the last part, let me change the size of it, okay? Can you see that? I guess so, right? So, follow me. My bike gears ate my trouser leg. It's a vicious cycle. Do you get it? Do you understand that? So, us humans are pretty weak, really. That is why we need these simple mechanisms to help us with tricky tasks, like lifting heavy objects. Remember, they all turn a small force into a big effect. Again, and us humans are pretty weak, really. Weak is the opposite of strong, fraco. That's why we need these simple mechanisms simples, to help us with tricky tasks, difficult tasks, okay? Like lifting heavy objects. Lifting means levantar, right? Remember, they all turn a small force into a big effect. Is it okay? Clear? Okay? A small force, força pequena, big effect, grande efeito, né? Okay? So please, I gave you the red word, so please translate it to me, okay? So yeah, I think we have read everything. I explained to you everything, okay? Different speed, different numbers, pulling down, pulling, the name, they are just the names, of course. And when we say levers, levers, what is the other one? Sorry. Pulleys and gears, right? I showed you the picture, so feel free to look for that, Take a look on that on the dictionary, if you have time, and it's just for you to have a better understanding, if you haven't, right? So, of course, these are the 2 pages. Again, remember the homework in these pages here is only translate the parts that I have asked you to do, right? The down parts of both pages, and also the areas that I circled in green, okay? And now let's go to the next part, okay? I'm gonna read the questions, and then of course I'm gonna give you the bigger homework of the day. So follow me. Okay, as we always do, and this is the summary questions for section 8, the new section. And the questions here, they are all from the chapter that we have just studied, which was 8, section 8. Okay, so if you don't know, if you don't understand, of course, I mean the topic, yeah, of course, if you don't understand the English, you have to ask me, but if you look on the pages, yeah, before, you're gonna find the answer. So I'm gonna read for you the introduction of the exercise, and then I'm gonna read the questions, and then of course, you guys have to answer that. So follow me. Summary questions for section 8. Well, here it is, the page you've all been waiting for. This is where you will find out just how well you know your forces. Some of these questions may stretch you a bit. Ho ho ho, huh? You should be able to apply what you know about forces, magnets, and mechanisms. That's levers, pulleys, and gears to lots of different situations. Off you go, and if you get stuck on any questions, go back and read those bits again. It is the best way to get it into your head, okay? This part that I have just read here, I'm gonna read it in Portuguese for you just to make it easy, okay? But again, remember, as we move on this book, I will not read it in Portuguese anymore. It's gonna be on English, okay? But just follow me. Well, bem, aqui estamos. A página que todos vocês estavam aguardando. This is where you will find. Isso é onde a gente encontrará, né? Tudo aquilo, né? Ou melhor, o quão bem você sabe sobre as suas forças. Por que ele faz essa brincadeira das forças, né? Porque a gente estava estudando forças, right? Então, alguma dessas questões may stretch you a bit. Pode ser que, né, que pega você um pouquinho, né? Pode ser que dificulte, né? Pode ser que te estique aí a tua força, né? Complique a sua vida um pouquinho. Aí ele ri. Ha, ha, ha. Então, você deve ser capaz de aplicar o que você sabe sobre forças, magnetos, né? Os magnetos, magnetismo e mecanismos, ok? Que são os levers, pulleys and gears, em muitas situações diferentes, to lots of different situations, ok? Então, né? Preparando aí para ir, né? E no seu caminho, né? If you get stuck, se você por acaso ficar travado em alguma pergunta, né? Não souber responder, volte lá, leia aquelas pequenas partes, leia das páginas anteriores novamente. É a melhor maneira de você conseguir que essas informações entrem na sua cabeça. It's the best way to get it into your head, ok? Volte lá atrás, leia de novo, passe, né? Assista às aulas anteriores do Teacher aí, caso seja necessário, né? Caso você ache que não precisa assistir uma aula anterior porque eu não entendi, mesmo lendo. Então, volte lá se você achar que é necessário, ok? Então, eu vou passar todas as questions hoje, ok? Eu vou traduzir aquilo que eu achar que é necessário, o restante tem que responder, right? Of course, all the answers have to be in English, must be English answers, okay? No Portuguese. You don't need to translate the answers of these questions, okay? Just answer in English, send me the picture, and that's it. Good? So let's go on. 1, 2, 3, go. So question number 1. What are the 4 things that forces can cause objects to do? Again, what are the 4 things that forces can cause objects to do? Number 2, which type of force doesn't need contact between objects, right? And number 3, when do 2 magnets repel one another? Again, when do 2 magnets repel one another? Number 4, when do 2 magnets attract one another? And number 5, which end of a magnet will attract a stew spoon? Is it North Pole, B, South Pole, C, both, or D, neither? Again, North Pole, South Pole, both, neither. I'm gonna give you the translation for both and neither, because North Pole and South Pole, if you go back in the book, you know that. If you watch the lessons that we had before, you know it. Both means ambos, os dois lados. Neither, nenhum dos lados, ok? Então, again, both, ambos, neither, nenhum, tudo bem? Tá claro? Eu vou deixar isso anotado aqui, né? Só para questão de praticidade. Both, ambos, ok? Então, isso aqui. E neither, E neither, nenhum dos lados. Nenhum dos lados, ok? Então, essa é a tradução. Tranquilo? Let's continue. Number 6. What is friction? Friction. What is that? What is friction, teacher? Oh, teacher, I forgot, so look back. Number 7. What sort of surface should a slide have so that you could go down it really fast? So analyzing the surface of a slide. Teacher, I forgot. What is a slide? Go back on the pages, okay? So what sort of surface? Remember that sort is what type of, okay? What kind of a slide have so that you could go down it really fast, okay? And why do we have good grips on our shoes? Why we have good grips on our shoes? Number 9. What sort of? Again, sort means type of. What type of surface should a ramp have to prevent people slipping? To prevent people slipping, okay? Number 10. What is produced when two surfaces are rubbed together? Again, what is produced when two surfaces are rubbed together? No problem. 11. What effect does air resistance have on moving objects? You get it? 12. What shape should an object be in order to travel faster through the air? What shape, should an object be in order to travel faster through the air? Next one. Name something that needs to travel slowly through the air. Name something that needs to travel slowly through the air. And how does it manage this? How does it manage? This one I'm going to explain. E como que funciona? Como que é administrado isso? Como que funciona esse object that we are going to give the example, ok? Ok, eu vou passar essa 13 em português, né? Só para ficar bem clear. Então, dê o nome de alguma coisa que precisa viajar devagar através do ar. Algo que não pode viajar muito rápido. Algum tipo de objeto, algo que existe que viaja devagar, né? E como que funciona isso? 14. Which force slows things down in water? Which force? What is the name of the force that slows things down in water? 15. Which of these two ship designs? Teacher, I don't know. What is ship? This big boat. This is a ship, okay? Designs would move through the water fastest. Which one? We have two designs here, right? We have this pointy, narrow, and we have this square one here. Which of the designs you think would be faster in the water, right? Okay? And explain your answer. So give this 15, give explanation. For example, teacher, I think it's A. I think it's B. And why? Okay? Going down a little bit here. 16. What is the name of the force that pulls objects down towards the center of the earth? So what is the name? And is there anywhere on earth where you don't feel the effect of this force? And is there anywhere on earth, on our planet, where you don't feel that this effect of this force? Yes or no? So we have two questions here. Give the name and explain if this force is everywhere on earth or no. I mean, we are talking about earth. We are not talking about outside of earth, okay? 17. Why is a lever a useful mechanism? Teacher, I don't know what is useful. Útil. Useful means útil. É alguma coisa útil, ok? Vou deixar aqui a translation. Útil, ok? No problem. Actually, útil tem acento, right? Let me see here. Useful. Let me just check. Yeah, acento no U, okay? Sorry. Okay, very good. 18. Name a simple mechanism that would help you to lift a heavy object using a rope. Okay, rope. This word is very important. Okay, using a rope. Okay, teacher, what is a rope? I don't know what is a rope. You don't know? So this is rope. Okay, uma corda. Okay. 19, the last one. I have two gears. Gears, remember? We studied today. Gears that fit together. Fit, that matches. And I turned the first gear. Okay, so we have a new word here. Okay, this one I'm gonna read and translate for you. Anti-clockwise. Okay, again, this is anti-clockwise. Teacher, what is that? Anti-horário, né? Oposto ao horário. Eu não entendi. O que você está falando? Tudo que é anti-clockwise, anti-horário, quer dizer, o horário ele vai o quê? Normalmente o ponteiro, né? Quando a gente olha o relógio, ele vai nesse sentido, né? Sempre da esquerda para a direita. Anti é o oposto, ok? That's the thing here, right? So, and again, I turned the first gear anti-clockwise. So, in what direction will the second gear turn? If, again, let's go on. I'm going to read that for you. I have two gears, 1, 2. I fit them together. And I get the first one, the first gear, and I turn it, I move it anti-clockwise. So if I move this first one like this, the second one, for what direction? Will be in the same direction, right? Or no, it's gonna be in the opposite direction. Teacher, I don't know. I mean, remember, in the page before today's study, we learned normally if we move one to one side, what happens to the other one? We learned that today. Nós estudamos isso hoje. So go back there if you don't understand and check, get the answer, okay? So these are the questions of today, okay? So, okay for you? I have two gears that fit together. I turn the first gear anti-clockwise. In what direction will the second gear turn, okay? So these are the questions of today, okay? And of course, answer that using your own English, okay? And so what is that, teacher? When I say for you, answer these questions using your own English, means that use suas próprias palavras para responder. Em inglês, é tudo em inglês, mas escreve, in my opinion, teacher, I think. I'm gonna analyze and I'm gonna check if the answers are really yours. You did that, ok? Eu vou checar, vou comparar para ver se eu vejo que são suas palavras utilizadas. É lógico, a resposta é apenas uma. Então, se é yes, yes, no, no, but escreva da tua maneira, tá bom para mim, né? Quer saber que você foi atrás e respondeu, né, por conta própria. Alright? So, basically, that is it for today. So we had 3 pages today, right? Okay, so these 2 things here, and we have some translations, and we have a lot of questions to answer, okay? If you have questions, if you don't understand something, if I don't know, if you anything, just ask me. I'm here for that, okay? So, of course, thanks always for being here. Do your best on this section 8, and of course, right? I see you next week, and I'll be waiting for your homework. Have a very good day. Thanks always. Big hug for you that is following me right now, and see you soon. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.